Alright guys, let's get this CRF250R big wheel project finished up. So this thing just came out of powder coat. I actually just redesigned my front chain block just to work with this. I didn't want to have the same hump or height, just like the trike chain guide. More or less, we just want the chain to go straight across to the jack shaft without any rise in the block. So I've got that about as low as it's going to get. So we actually just built this chain guard, got that all installed. You can see our adjuster here. This is basically on a cam, so as you choose the location for your adjuster, when you rotate it back, it takes your sprocket and brings it up and back, which actually tightens this front chain right here. I'm going to do a full how-to video on this whole jack shaft assembly and how it works. That'll be coming up later. Another upgrade we decided to do, we basically took our trike peg and just shrunk it down about 1.5 inches. So this is the stock dirt bike peg. So being this bike's electric start, there's no kicker to interfere with the larger foot peg. So that's going to more or less just give you a little bit more of a platform to put your foot on. And this does kick out a little bit, so being that your heel could possibly rub right here if you're sucking all the way in, it is nice to be able to have your foot out a little bit. Yeah, so again, stock location would have been about like that. So let me know what you guys think about our pegs. Okay guys, here it is. I'm not going to get into too much detail in this video. More or less, we just have this thing finished up, and tomorrow we're going to be posting hopefully a video just cruising around the parking lot a little bit, just making sure all the mechanical stuff is good to go. This is a brand new bike for a customer. It's a 2021 CRF250. So naturally, we're not going to take this thing out and just motocross it and beat it up, but we are going to make sure it is functioning properly. Stay tuned for the 2004 CRF. We're gonna actually torture test that thing, just like we did on the other videos of us riding the motocross track. So our plan is to actually ride that out in the desert and get you guys some awesome big wheel content. Yeah, guys, this is our kit for the 2021 CRF 250R. We're gonna be making these for just about everything from 2004 and up for these bikes. Here's a little close-up of the billet triple clamps, so we also machine in-house. So more or less, we run our triple clamps, which are wider. This allows us to run our billet front hub with a 12-inch front wheel that's also made by Kaiser. So honestly, guys, the only thing we don't make is at this point is the wheels and the tires. A little close-up shot. This is the shorty peg I was talking about earlier. There's a lot of tolerances that go into these swing arms just to get them in the exact position that you want. We worked really hard on these just to make them as perfect as possible. Next thing we have to do before we send it off to the customer, we're going to be spacing the exhaust out on each side just to make sure it does clear the tire so the tire can go all the way up. That's also been another question that's been posted a lot. Let's go ahead and start it up. That's it, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna putt around the parking lot and just show you guys a couple more walk arounds on what this thing looks like. If you guys are interested in big wheels, check out BVCOffroad.com. Give us a call, 518-563-3699. Thanks for the support, guys. Okay, guys, so the number one phone call we've been getting is how much does this actually lower the bike by going down to the 25-inch tires. So right here we have a 2004 CRF250R. This thing is sprung a little heavy, so the seat, you know, it's more or less up without any sag in it. So we're just gonna get a rough measurement of this. We're gonna go to the lowest part of the seat, so I'd say just under 37. So let's go ahead and try this guy right here. And this one's really just no sag either.
35?
Yep, just under 35 actually. So you're getting a couple inches lower at the lowest point of the seat going down to this big wheel kit. And again, that's with a 25-inch tire, so you can go up to a 26. This is the most common size we've been selling, just for the fact of not having too big of a tire on it. It is a lot of tire to turn. Yeah, guys, you can see a pretty good comparison right there. That's just the bike I have to compare it to right now. If I had a stock 250 here, I definitely would have lined it up next to that. This is going to be our next beater big wheel project. So we're kind of leaving off where we went with the last one that you guys saw in New York, where we're ripping the motocross track. So this thing's going to get set up for desert riding with the big wheel kit. Stay tuned for that.